Hello, I'm Anne Easter and I'm absolutely delighted to be talking to you today on the occasion of the golden 50th anniversary of the Renewal programme. I was born here in Newham, so I've always been aware of the Renewal programme, and I remember the Reverend Paul Regan coming and talking about the Renewal programme at my church, and it sounded fascinating and exciting and interesting. So when I was actually offered the role of Chief Executive Officer, I was thrilled. And it was 20 years, 95 till just the beginning of 2016, of great fun, interest, satisfying, exciting, exhilarating, of course, sometimes very frustrating and upsetting, but a great time, definitely. Three things particularly that I remember and that I enjoyed. The first thing was seeing the interplay between the projects and how one would very much come to the fore, be very much at the front of my working time and taking up time with the board and all that sort of thing. And at first it was very much care and repair, which was a super project. But then the government changed its rules and that changed. So then the next thing we were doing was training. And we got to a point where, honestly, people were training morning, noon and night, weekends, almost sitting on each other's laps to do computer training. Or another time it would be supported housing. And we got some more houses, so we got more places to accommodate homeless 18 to 25-year-olds, and we would work with them to get them into the mainstream of things, help them get jobs, help them get homes of their own. And that was all very good and exciting. And I always wanted people to feel part of a whole, part of the Renewal programme, as well as part of their project. So we always had the annual meeting where we'd have a speaker and then lunch, always food, of course. And then the Christmas party where we'd have food and always finish with a song so that we could do something together. I felt that was very important. The second thing was that I wanted people who worked for Renewal, and at times there were more than 100 staff during my 20 years. Sometimes we went up quite high. And I wanted people to feel well employed, that they had good employment on good terms and conditions, on as much money as we could afford to pay them, and that they would be satisfied and feel well employed. I thought for an organisation founded on Christian values, that was extremely important. And the third thing was seeing the relationships that we built up with all sorts of other people and organisations. So not only the churches in Newham, but also churches elsewhere. At one time, we were working with churches in Chelmsford, in Sevenoaks, and of course, our very long-standing relationship with the church at Beaconsfield, which was such a joy. And I always felt that people actually got as much out of working with us as we got out of their working with us. That was great. There were projects like Spresser that we started and launched so that it would have its own life. Always RAMP was at the centre of things. I felt that the Renewal Refugee and Migrant Project was absolutely central to our understanding of our role, standing alongside people, encouraging, enabling, supporting so that they could take their rightful place in the community. And I really loved that. I worked with some super board members, 5 different chairs, each of whom brought something special. And I worked with some magnificent workers. I was truly blessed with the people's commitment and devotion to service of those who needed it. It's been wonderful being part of Renewal, and it's wonderful seeing it now go on and develop and grow. as it is and as it will continue to do, I hope, for another 50 years. Well done, and God bless the Renewal programme.